Good evening, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to this year's Blue Water Area Conference matchup between your Richmond Blue Devils and the Tigers of Armada in their Rivals versus Cancer event. Your Blue Devils starting off tonight, their starting offense, Devin Skatska, number 4, Kevin Moss, number 6, Trevor Barrett at quarterback, Brett Zalowski and Jake Schmidt. Big targets for Barrett. Nick Gramzo will be at fullback. In our line, we have Adam Boyd, Andrew Reed, Ryan Brensfield, Anthony Honosa, and Brady LaFleur, rounded off by number 78, Nick McCauley. The Tigers tonight on defense, starting off Trent Grabowski, number 2, number 5, Medley, number 8, Schaefer, number 14, Haler, number 24, Zavransky, number 32, Gregory Stark, number 33, Chad Zaneski, number 64, Evan Zletz, Dominic Mole, number 71, and Keith Sheridan and Grant Grabowski, number 88, rounding out the starting lineup for the Armada Tigers. The Armada Tigers are kicking off this evening in this Blue Water Area Conference rivalry that dates back to the Ben Bolt era. You are watching the Blue Devils play at Ben Bolt Stadium. We have some history we'll be bringing up a little later. Fenwick and Zalowski deep for the Blue Devils as the Tigers look to start it off and tee it up. Tigers coming in at 2-3. The Blue Devils coming in at 4-1. Blue Devils still looking for a share of the title, losing a heartbreaker last week by an overpowering Elmont Raiders. Tigers kick high, end over end kick. Retrieved by Zalowski into the end zone. It will be a dead ball. Touchback in high school football. Dead balls are kicked when it goes in the end zone. It is a dead ball and it is a touchback. I'm Keith Bartels, joined with Ken Plarge, producer Jason Robbins.
Well, this should be a good one, Keith. You can always throw out the records, as they say, when these two get together. Although Richmond has had their way with them, and I'm sure you'll bring that up in a little while as we move on.
So Barrett gives the Skatska. Skatska was supposed to go off tackle. He bounces it outside, following his blockers well. Gains of about 20 yards on the play behind the blocking of LaFleur and Moss.
Boy, Skatska's been their go-to back all year. He's been their workhorse. As Skatska goes, this offense goes, and it's nice to see him get out and then get running early.
So you're probably going to see a lot of dose of Skatska on this opening drive with Gramzo in front of him. Barrett under center, the junior. Inside trap to Gramzo. He runs it up the middle. He's untouched into the secondary. Gain of about 25, 26 yards, tackled by 2 Tigers, but he wasn't touched till about 15 yards down the line of scrimmage.
Oh, great blocking up front by the Blue Devils. Opened that big hole, and like you said, untouched for a gain of 20.
Gramzo hasn't had a lot of carries this year. He's had probably 2 or 3, 4 a game, and you know the Tigers are going to zero in on and try to stop Skatska and that quick hitter in the middle. Good for about 26 yards. Barrett under center, offset eye left. Off tackle left, Skatska gets it up in there, run about 6 yards. It'll bring up 2nd and 4, just underway at Ben Bolt Stadium, Richmond, Michigan. This rivalry dates back to the Ben Bolt era in the late 20s and 30s, but the recorded results on November 8, 1963 is the first one that's recorded, and since then they've played quite a few times. We'll go over that record in a second. Offset eye or single back motion near side. Gramzo. Barrett off tackle. He bounces it outside. Flag on a play. I think we have a hold. We'll wait and see what it is, but I think we have a hold against the Blue Devils.
That's where in the area of where a hold usually does take place.
Usually in the area of a receiver or a tight end down blocking. You see the different colors tonight representing cancer awareness. You got the breast cancer awareness ribbons on the field. Been going on quite a few years. The rivals versus cancer. The off-colored purple that the cheerleaders have on, that off-color represents all cancers. Blue Devils, after that penalty, bring up 2nd and 14 from the Armada 40. I formation behind him, inside trap. Again, Gramzo. He gains about 4 on the play, bring up 3rd and 10.
Yeah, they didn't fool anybody on that play. Richmond's line still having their way with Armada's here early. Be interesting to see how that plays out throughout the course of the game.
Barrett last week and his Blue Devil team faced Elmont, both teams undefeated. Elmont came away victorious. The Elmont team's a very tough team, probably Division 5 playoff team. We're probably Division 4. We'll get back to that after the snap. Off tackle, Skatska left. Linebacker read it right, just arm tackle. You're not going to get Skatska arm tackle and kind of whiffed on him.
Never really brought him down. He's still on his feet.
Whistle blows. Forward progress was stopped. It's going to bring up 4th down. It looks like 3.
Quick feet there by Skatska, able to avoid that block. You mentioned the arm tackle. He shifted his feet, got it moving into the inside, and brought up that miss.
It was a tough game for the Blue Devils last week. Going in there with expectations, and that Elmont team is tough. And Trevor, being a young, inexperienced quarterback, thought he played well, and he was under pressure all night. He put some passes right on there and just didn't connect. Blue Devils trying to draw him off. Off tackle left. Skatska has it. He's up the middle. Breaks a tackle. Breaks another one. He rolls over him in the end zone. Touchdown, Blue Devils. Nice hard run in there by Skatska. He wasn't touched until about 8 yards after the initial quick reverse dive.
They just marched, sorry Keith, just marched 80 yards down the field, not one pass thrown, and Skatska and Gramzo really had their way.
Nice job in there by that offensive line. Anytime that your running backs don't get touched till about 7, 8, 9 yards.
If Armada's going to rely on their DBs to make the tackles, it's going to be a long night.
Kunze's kick is up and good. Makes it the Blue Devils 7, Tigers 0 with 9:09 to go. Tonight on camera for Richmond TV, Matt Ballman and Michael Wood. Check us out on our Richmond TV YouTube channel for all Richmond City events, all the community of Richmond events. Back to that rivalry. Did a little research from the 60s when hard statistics were kept in football. From that first game in 1963 to this year, Richmond is 31, 16-1 all time against the Tigers of Armada. That is not counting the Ben Bolt era of the 20s and 30s. But again, the Blue Devils 31, 16-1. Of the last 18, the Blue Devils are 16-2. Blue Devils are riding a 3-game win streak after the Tigers won for the first time in '93, 3 years ago. Blue Devils in that stretch only lost one decade, and that was in the 70s. The Blue Devils were 4-5. 3-3-1 in the 60s, 4-5 in the 70s. 80s, Blue Devils were 6-4. 90s, Blue Devils were 5-3. 2000, Coach News really took over, and he was 10-0. And then since 2010, Blue Devils are 3-1. Armada receives the kick at about the 10-yard line. Good hard running. Some missed tackles there by the Blue Devils. Still moving his feet. Gets the pile moving.
Yeah, you bring up those stats, Keith. Everyone always talks about a rivalry and how close these two towns are. And of course, anytime they're on the football field, on the basketball court, anytime they get together, it's always a nice rivalry. But numbers like that, they don't lie.
No, they don't. That's a pretty dominating, 40 years of the Blue Devils. So Tigers will take over in their first drive. They need to answer the Blue Devils to stay in this one. They are underdogs this evening. Nice fill there by the Blue Devil linebackers.
you mentioned the Richmond offense early. It's been this defense that's really led the Blue Devils this season. Right from the get-go, posting that 47-0 shutout. And then, hearing the coaches talk throughout the course of the year, they're upset when they let teams score. So watch for the defense to make a name for themselves again after last week and then show that they really are one of the best defenses in the BWAC.
You can check out our Channel 12 air times Tuesday at 8 p.m., Friday 5 and 9 p.m., Saturday at 5 p.m., and Sunday at 7 p.m. Again, our Channel 12 air times are Tuesday at 8, Friday at 5 and 9, Saturday at 5, and Sunday at 7. Keith Bartels, Ken Pillars, Jason Robbins bringing you Richmond varsity football. Nice pass there by Armada. Gain of about 19 yards would be good for a Tigers first down. That was just a skinny post straight up the middle. Well executed. So if you're the Tigers, you're heavy underdogs. You lost to a team that beat up Richmond last week. Elmont beat them up pretty good, beat them by a couple scores. And, Elmont had the ball 2 or 3 times going in the score and fumbled, so the score could have been worse. But Armada lost to Elmont this year 57-0. So anything can happen in this game, but Armada needs to stay close, otherwise it could get away from them in a hurry. So tonight's a gut check time.
It really is. Armada wants to not go 3-0 like they obviously have it on their first possession here. They want to keep the ball. They want to march down the field and try and put some points on the board. If Richmond can get that momentum back and get their defense playing as well as it was earlier this year, like you said, it could be a long night.
So it looks like they're going to measure. So the officials, led by Mr. Clark there, the white hat, is going to call over the measurement. It's either a first down or it's second and very short with 7:37 to go in the first. Rivals versus Cancer, Tigers, Blue Devils. October football. I can't believe it's October already.
Oh, I know, it's unbelievable.
After first down, well, we didn't go over keys to the game, but one of our keys to the game was going to be, and it's easy to say now, but was going to be that Armada couldn't get down early, which they did, but then they couldn't panic if they did, and they're not. They picked up 2 or 3 first downs in a row right here. They can keep Richmond's offense off the field, wear down the Blue Devils a little bit, and stay in this game. It could be one of those 10-mile-apart rivalry type of games.
Exactly, and you have to, if you're Armada, you want to hoping that the Blue Devils are down a little bit after that game last week, that, the BWAC championship could be out of their reach, and they want to play off of that.
32 Stark on the carry. Gains about 2 yards, bring up 2nd and 8. Stark tackled by Trappist in the middle there. See what the Tigers have dialed up here on 2nd and 8 on the Blue Devil 41-yard line. Offset eye near side. Quarterback rolls right. He has a man. It's caught. Forward progress is going to be about a gain of about 3. It's going to bring up 3rd and 5 for the Tigers. I think if you're the Tigers, you're in 4-down territory.
Oh, absolutely.
And the reason I say that is on the Blue Devils' first drive, they were untouched after 7-8 yards,
right.
Drove down methodically, didn't even have to pass or run anything tricky or special. So you give them the ball here or at the 20. Offset eye, far side. Toss sweep left.
Oh, broken tackle.
Yeah, he's going to be about a yard short. The ball's going to be marked at about the Blue Devil 34.5-yard line. They got to get to the 34. They're about a yard short, half yard short. 4th down. This is definitely 2 down. They're definitely going to go for it.
Definitely going to go for it, absolutely.
If you're the Blue Devils here, you should watch the ball. You watch for a hard count. I wouldn't be surprised to see him off the quarterback sneak real quick. There it is.
There it is.
And he got it. Made it right to the linebacker. 14, Andrew Hamill. Quarterback was on him, and he was about 3-4 yards off the ball before it was too easy.
Touched, right? This is exactly what Armada wanted. Although Richmond did, march right down and score, they're coming right back at them.
Well, more than anything, Armada needs to stay in the ball game. They want to stay in the ball game, and nothing would give them more confidence than driving down the field and getting a score. So we'll see. Off Twins far side, quarterback rolling near side, looking in the flats. He has nothing. Oh, nice poise. Nice poise by 18. Fred Lawson ran a long way for a gain of about 2 yards. Quarterback didn't have anybody, but it was a nice play by his tight end, because his tight end stopped and hit the soft area in the zone, because there was nobody. It was a one receiver route.
Nobody. You're right, and he did. You're right. The quarterback just kept rolling and rolling, and giving himself some time, and allowed the receiver to make the move and find the open area.
Yep. Headsy play by the tight end. So we have Twins near side. Behind Lawson. Lawson dropping back to pass. Quick look in. Trappist is there. There was contact.
Not a real good route run. They were pretty bunched up.
Well, I didn't get a chance to see it, but I'm wondering if that tight end on that quick looking pass was bumped off his route, because the timing was definitely off. That you don't know if that's a poor route or if it's a poor pass.
Absolutely.
But there's probably a disruption. A little bit of contact between the tight end and Trappist there, but good no call. So that brings up 3rd and 7. And it's starting to rain here in Ben Bolt Stadium. That's a lateral to 14. Oh, nice hit by 23. 23, Matt Poppy.
Excuse me.
Poppy got a nice hit there in 14. It's going to be a little bit short. It's about 4th and 3.5 short 4. If you're the Tigers, you want to keep these chains alive here. We have Twins near side, offset near side. Lawson inside trap. It's sniffed out by the Blue Devils, and he's going to be short of a first down. The Blue Devils are going to take over on downs. McCauley and LaFleur in on that tackle.
A big win there for the Blue Devils. The bend but don't break defense. They allowed Armada to hold on to the ball and move the ball. But once it got time and close into the almost to the red zone, they've dug their heels in and said no more.
Blue Devils scored on their opening possession in 3 minutes on all runs. The Armada just had the ball for almost 6 minutes, drove the length of the field, stopped on 4th down. Big play by Richmond's defense. Armada, Blue Devils can go down here. They're going to hang their heads a little bit. See what the Blue Devils have. Barrett under center. Just got Schmidt wide open. Far side. Gets bumped out of bounds at about the 45-yard line. That's Barrett Schmidt. Good play action pass.
You mentioned that rain starting to come down. It's not a heavy rain. It's more like a mist. And it really could affect the passing game for the Blue Devils. With the running game like they had in that first series, though, it doesn't look like the weather's going to be much of a factor.
Great call there by Coker. That first opening play, they drove the length of the field, didn't pass it once. And here they passed it after a nice play action. Barrett under center, behind him. Skatska off tackle, but he bounces it outside. He gets the edge. Can't arm tackle him. He's too good. Two-time state champion wrestler. 3-time state champion wrestler.
3-time, right?
He's going for 4 this year.
Like we mentioned earlier, he is the heart and soul of that offense right now.
He is a tough, hard-nosed kid. You're not going to arm tackle at him. He's tough. He's got several offers to wrestle in college, and he's just waiting for the best one. Good situation to be in. Offset behind Barrett, left. Quick pass over to Zalowski. He makes
nice
one-man
move.
miss. That's good for a Blue Devil first down on 2nd and 2. Nice play. Good move by Zalowski.
Didn't really break it down if you're the Armada defender. He came flying at him. Quick little hop there by the Richmond receiver and allowed the first down.
Barrett having a good game. 2 for 2 on passes thus far. Helps having a nice offensive line in front of him and a back like Skatska behind him. You can't underestimate the power of Gramzo in there either. Barrett gives to Skatska off tackle left. Nice cut.
He got stood up that time.
He got stood up, but guess he got stood up, but the pile still moved his
forward,
direction.
exactly.
That was a good hard hit, but it's paused him, and he still pushed that
Kept
pile.
those feet moving, kept his feet pumping, and like you said, moved that pile forward.
And gained 4 on the play, so it'll bring up 2nd and 6 with 2:48 to go. Richmond TV. Check us out on YouTube. Richmond TV channel. Offset eye behind Barrett. Moss near side. Zalowski left far side. Skatska off tackle left. Scoots outside, keeping those feet moving, still moving. Took 3 to bring him down. That'll be good for the Blue Devil first down. Gain of about 9 on the play.
Brought all your, looked like you brought everybody to this side, give it to Skatska on the weak side, and let him do it himself, and he's proven that he can handle that.
Well, he's been bouncing them outside and getting the edge, but the last 2 times he's done a real nice job of planning and cutting back up into that off tackle situation, almost against the grain. And we'll keep an eye on the footing tonight as it sprinkles and mists. And
we got a lot of rain earlier today.
yes, we did. You can see it on the sidelines. Barrett under center inside to Gramzo. Nice cut back left. He's going to gain about 4 on the play, bring up 2nd and 6. We're inside 2 minutes to go in the first quarter. Blue Devils knocking on the door after a big defensive stop in their own territory and 4th down against the Tigers. Armada looking for a turnover, looking for a Blue Devil mistake. Running a 4-4 defense. We have twins left. Skatska off tackle. Short gain on the play. Different formation there from the Blue Devils. Running twins far side. Bring up 3rd and 3. I'm going to go out on a limb here and say they're going to run Skatska off tackle to the wide side, to our side.
I think we're going to see some play action or a rollout, possibly. Rollout this side.
You're going to see Skatska off tackle this side where he can either cut it in or he can bounce it outside. Well, let's see. Offset eye behind Barrett. They stuffed it out. See, I'm too predictable. If I called it, Armada could call it. So that's going to bring up a 4th down.
I think Richmond will be happy if they can almost run this clock out.
So you have 4th and 4. Ball almost in the center of the field. Here's where now I would agree with you. You're going to roll Barrett out. And you have 3 big receivers there with Moss, Zalowski, and Jake Schmidt. Jake Schmidt near side tight end. Watch for him dragging across the middle. Play action to Skatska. Roll left. He's coming right, though. He's got a man.
He's got 2 guys. Oh, Schmidt airborne.
Schmidt airborne over the corner. Touchdown, Blue Devils. He had 3 guys wide open on that. He had the backside post was open. Schmidt and Moss. Nice play by Schmidt. Nice catch. Nice toss by Barrett on a 4th and 4 going in with 1.5 seconds to go in the first quarter.
I was just about to say I'm surprised we're not seeing Kutze in for a kick.
You never know. Kutze's kick is down, up, and good. Zalowski to hold. That makes it Blue Devils 14, Tigers 0 on a play-action belly bootleg pass near side. Barrett to Jacob Schmidt. Nice play.
It was really I think it was well set up. The run. That's kind of why I was thinking we'd see one on third down, the play action. You mentioned it earlier, when you have Gramzo and Skatska in the backfield, it makes Barrett's job that much easier. And then to have a receiver like Schmidt to throw it to as well.
So the Blue Devils answered the bell after defense bend but didn't break. It's going to be interesting to see if Armada can hang in there and keep playing tough. Because Armada did have a very nice drive on that first play, but they stalled around the 20-yard line.
And this is exactly what Richmond wanted. Bouncing back after last week's tough one against Almont. Marched right down the field, scored. Like we said, the defense did their job. And now the offense has done theirs again.
Ben Evans kick. Armada caught it at about the 10-yard line. Takes it to about the 32-yard line of their own.
Nice return there by Evans. You didn't see him try and go east or west. You saw him lower his shoulder, go north and south, took on the hit, and gain another yard or two.
If he would have cut back this way, he had a lot of green, but he was running too hard and had his head down, running hard in there. That'll be the end of the first quarter. Keith Bartels, Ken Flars, Jason Robbins. Richmond TV, check us out on YouTube, Richmond TV channel. On camera, Matt Ballman and Michael Wood. Our Channel 12 airtimes are Tuesday at 8 p.m., Friday at 5 and 9, Saturday at 5, and Sunday at 7. So, Blue Devils did exactly what they want to do, had the ball twice, scored 2 touchdowns. Defense would have preferred a 3-and-out quicker against the Tigers. They bent, but they didn't break. So, Blue Devil country, you got to be happy.
This is, I don't want to be Captain Obvious or anything here, but this is a huge series for Armada.
Oh, it's gut tech time
Yep.
for the whole team, for them to see, for them to fight for Armada and Tigers and their school and community. Eye behind Lawson, flanker right and left. ISO near side, taken down by 68 LaFour. Short gain of 1 on the play. Call Jason Robbins if you're interested in any Richmond TV events. Put them on DVD for you. And they're great stocking stuffer gifts. They're great gifts for loved ones out of town that can't make it to the game or any Richmond event. Call Jason at 586-727-7571, extension 103. Again, that's Jason Robbins at 586-727-7571, extension 103. Lawson under center again, Twins far side. 3-step drop, quick look and almost picked off.
Trappist got a hand on it.
He was a little bit behind him and hit his left hand. That timing route there is a little bit off. 11:16 to go in the second. Third down here without any time coming off that clock. It's not what you wanted. You didn't want third and long. Lawson didn't want third and long either with this talented front four of the Blue Devils along with the quick linebacking crew. You got Brady LaFour near side here. He's been all over the field throughout the years. Sacks, also Nick McCauley on the far side. Lawson 3-step drop. That passes off. That'll bring up 3rd and 9. Definitely punt territory.
4th and 9.
Fourth and 9. Definitely going to be punting this away. Fenwick and Zalaski are back. Packed house tonight. Packed student section tonight. Band, full spirit. Tigers punt. Not a bad punt. High end over end. Bounces at about the 30 and it's going to go out of bounds. Zalaski lets it go out of bounds. Smart play by the Blue Devils. Get the ball back. They haven't stopped us yet.
You don't want to try. You don't want to try and be a hero. There was a good punt. They angled it away from you. Had to bounce out of bounds. You don't want to try anything silly and turn it over and give Armada good field position. You got the momentum. Let's keep it going.
So the Blue Devils take over with 11:03 to go in the second.
It'll be interesting to see how Richmond.
Zalaski. It looks like Zalaski's in at quarterback.
Interesting to see how they handle this offensive series.
He's in the shotgun. Trips or twins near side, wing left.
False start.
Flag on a play, false start against the Blue Devils. Zalaski's running in the shotgun. Fenwick is in motion near side.
Little wildcat, maybe.
I see Barrett on the sidelines. He's not hurt or anything. Probably just working some other possibilities here. Up 14-0. The Armada Tiger sideline is starting to fill up a little bit as this game gets going. Good to see. Blue Devil faithful are out tonight, though, in this Rivals versus Cancer rivalry. Same formation, Zalaski in shotgun, twins near side. That time it was jet sweep fake, Zalaski running off tackle. Gain of about 5 on the play, so he got about the 5 yards back to bring up 2nd and 10 after the false start or illegal procedure. Zalaski, though, if you're coach, you run a little high in there.
Yeah.
You want him to get down a little bit. That's one of your main receiving targets. You don't want him to get lit up. Come out in the same formation. You got Schmidt and Skatska split our side. Schmidt in more of the slot position. Fenwick jet motion this side. Quick screen to Schmidt. Spins out of the first tackle, but he's taken down immediately by 11.
Interesting to see if he didn't lose his footing there. It looked like he had the opportunity for that to be a bigger play with the defense back, giving him a lot of space.
Yeah, it's almost like a receiver screen out there. So you got 3rd and 7 for the Blue Devils. Coming out in a twins near side. Zalaski still in the shotgun. Fenwick not in motion this time with Gramzo in front of him. Nice pass, a little high. Intended for Hamill. Up the middle, the seam there. Falls incomplete.
It was interesting to see why they did that. They'd just gone, in the last 2 possessions, pretty much had done whatever they wanted. You know, offensively, they'd marched right down the field both times. And then they throw that wrinkle at us. I don't know if it's just maybe setting up something for later in the year, giving some other teams something else to look at. But might want to put this one away first before we start working longer plans.
Yeah, I'm thinking why too. The first 2 drives you run, you weren't stopped. You marched down 14-0. This game's certainly not over, and it's a rivalry. Anything can happen. It's wet and it's sloppy. A turnover.
Oh, good punt. Evan should have caught that one.
Yeah, 14 there.
Holler, excuse me.
Yeah. Oh, here's a flag on the play. What's this? Is just going to be some extracurricular behind the play. Pointing to the flag. I think he's pointing to the direction. I don't know. Wait and see the illegal block in the back against the Tigers. After a roll to the 21-yard line, you're now looking at another 10 yards back, or half the distance in this situation, but it's still putting yourself in a tough hole if you're the Tigers after going 3 and out last time. Down 14-0 with 9:13 to go in the second. Be interesting to see what the Blue Devils dial up here with some pressure and some aggressive defense.
Well, I'm sure they'll be coming after him.
Try to make a play defensively.
Penalty on the play goes against Armada. Takes the ball back inside the 15 to the 11-yard line. First and 10.
So Armada has a 1st and 10 on their own 11. Lawson under center. Nice hard run in there. I believe it was by Stark. Gain of about 6 on the play. For Haller.
Yeah, Fissler had a chance to bring him down. He shook off that tackle and gained about 3 more.
So bring him 2nd and 4. Or a short 5. Nice play for Armada right on 1st down. A good 1st down gain. Unless they go backwards here, they'll have depending on the play, they'll have a 3rd manageable. Same play, but this side, nice patience by Haller.
Yeah, Haller really let the
Ball
block
came
set
out,
up.
but I think he was down.
He let his block set up and followed him in there.
Excellent patience. That's going to be good for the Tiger 1st down.
Haller with the handoff up the middle, brought down by Brady LaFleur, number 68, and Nick McCauley, number 78.
So the Tigers able to get the ball out of the danger zone there, backed up to their own 11-yard line. And 2 plays later, they're out to about the 23-yard line. Tigers would like nothing more than drive down and score and make it a game, make themselves believers. They will receive the opening kick in the second half. Inside trap.
Another nice gain on 1st down.
Gain of about 6. Bring up 4th. Bring up 2nd and 4. So far, there's no panic in this Tiger team. See what offensive coordinator Mike Dobrik has dialed up for the Tigers here. Twins near side.
Inside play again. No go this time.
Inside trap. Maybe a gain of a yard. It'll bring up 3rd and 4. Or 3rd and 3. Tigers from their own 31-yard line.
Defensive line led by 63. Anthony Mendoza, number 76. Chad Kavanaugh. Short gain on the play. It's going to make it 3rd down in about 3.
Just under 7 minutes ago. Made us eat some clock here, trying to limit Blue Devil possessions. Toss sweep near side. Nice cut, nice fill though by LaFleur.
Good job, held his ground, stayed in his position and wrapped him up. Bring up 4th down.
Maybe a gain of a half a yard on the play. Bring up 4th and 2. Short 2.
4th down and about 2. Haller back to punt deep for Richmond. Number 2.
Nice play by LaFleur on that. Tigers punt.
Oh, off the side of his foot.
Off the side of the foot, and it goes out of bounds around the 50-yard line.
50, yeah.
Let's see where they spot it. Right there at about the 45-yard line for the Blue Devils.
Wow.
And it looks like Barrett's going back in there. So the coach's experimentation gadget play might be over. So we have flanker right, flanker near side, Zalowski. Barrett back in at center, offset eye. Behind him is Fenwick. Toss sweep to Fenwick. Coming near side, he's got the corner. Goes out of bounds.
Yeah, that's a late hit. He tackled him well after the play.
Right about the 1st down marker. He's going to be be short. I think with the late hit, it's going to be the late hit's going to give him 15 yards stacked on at the end of that. Dead ball, late hit.
He tackled him after the.
Was it the second guy?
I think it was the second guy. Yeah, after the line for the bench.
Penalty goes against Armada.
So after they march this off,
Take the ball. Takes the ball
Blue
down
Devils
inside.
have the ball on the 21-yard line of the Tigers. First and 10.
21-yard line.
Barrett under center, Zalowski near side. Fenwick behind him. Gives it to Fenwick. He bounces outside. He's quick. He gets the corner. Gain of about,
With the ball around the outside, brought down
see,
by
about
number
5 on the
14,
play.
Michael Haller.
Bring up 2nd and 5.
It's a whole different
Ball getting
look to the running game when Fenwick's in there than when Skatska's in there. Skatska would just much rather run over you, and
And-
Fenwick's trying to run away from you.
And Skatska has deceiving speed, whereas Fenwick just has speed. He's quick. Same formation, Zalowski near side, Barrett under center, Fenwick behind him. Motion near side, Gramzo. Off tackle, bounces it outside. Nice stiff arm. Taken down. Gain of maybe a yard on the play.
Brought down by number 8, Mitchell Schaefer.
That'll bring up 3rd and 4. Might see that same boot action
Third down about 4 with ball spotted
to
at the
Schmidt or Moss or Zalowski coming backside skinning post. You got I formation behind Barrett, flanker right and left, inside trap. It's going to be close.
He's got it.
Gramzo,
handoff up the middle, gets it down, looks like inside the
first down for the Blue Devils. You're right, good eyes. Ball will be spotted right on the 10-yard line, so it's 1st and goal for the Blue Devils. Skatska back in there.
You had Fenwick going both sides on the outside. You give it to Gramzo right up the middle for the first down.
Off tackle.
Oh, it'll be a hold.
Skatska takes it down to about the 2-yard line, but there is a yellow hanky on the field. That's always in the area of holding. Yes, it is holding. That'll bring up, make it 2nd and 20 from the 20. Second and goal from the 20. And you might think it's impossible to get a first down on first, because it's first down will be 1st and goal from the 20. But a pass interference or an unsportsmanlike contact could give you a first down. But they can't get a first down by moving the chains. So, 1st and 20, 1st and goal from the 20. Offset I behind Barrett. Zalowski near side. Off tackle, fake, keep by the quarterback, sniffed out well by the Tigers. I can't remember when Trevor came to Richmond. It was either 7th or 8th grade. Trevor, growing up in the Armada area, a lot of his buddies on this other team here. Leading the Blue Devils in this 14-0 game thus far. Offset I to the right behind Barrett. Takes a snap. Rolls right. Good blocking. Yes,
Wide
Gramzo.
open.
Gramzo, nice catch. He's going to be down at about the 8-yard line to bring up 3rd and goal from the 8. Wouldn't be surprised if you see the same play coming this side.
You might want to see if Skatska can go have Everybody come this side again, have Scats to run weak side. Something to think about.
Scats get behind him, Barrett under center. Three-step drop, pump fake, corner route. Zalowski in the end zone.
Touchdown with a
and
face
a
mask.
mask. Touchdown, nice pump fake. It was a slant, pump fake, post corner route. Nice pass by Barrett. Good catch. Good concentration because he was taken down by his face mask there. That'll be a 15-yard penalty assessed on the kickoff. That ball be on the kickoff. 2:58 to go in the second. Pending the extra point, Blue Devils 20. Tigers nothing. This game is for the Little Brown Jug. That Little Brown Jug series started with the actual Brown Jug in 1971. You can hear him in the background. John, better known as Buzz Schmidt, announcing he was the quarterback of that team the year the Little Brown Jug started. So the Coutts' kick is good, making it 21-0.
And you can only wonder, I'll wonder, if Armada caught a break with Richmond going to that Wildcat for that one series.
Yeah, it could be 28.
It really could be 28.
Keith Bartels, Ken Plars, Jason Robbins, Richmond TV. Check us out on our YouTube channel. All Richmond community events. Jason Robbins, producer. Give him a shout at 586-727-7571, extension 103, for any recording, DVDs, great stocking stuffers, keepsakes, graduation presents for loved ones that can't be here. On camera, Matt Ballman and Michael Wood. Channel 12 air times, Tuesday at 8 p.m., Friday at 5 p.m. and 9 p.m., Saturday at 5 p.m., and Sunday at 7 p.m. So the Blue Devils will be kicking off on the 45-yard line of Armada. And I'm not saying this in this case would not be running up the score, but if there's ever a time to practice an onside kick, would be right here.
Oh, absolutely.
Because you got to practice them. You're not blowing them out yet. It's still the first half. But they kick a high end over kick into the end zone. That will be a touchback.
It'd be interesting to see Coutts put it on the tee from there and see how close he'd get.
Oh, he'd probably put it through the uprights. So the Blue Devils with 2:58 to go in the second lead. The Tigers of Armada 21-0. Tigers take over on their own 20 after the kickoff into the end zone after a 15-yard unsportsmanlike face mask. Eye behind Lawson. He takes a three-step drop. Nice pass. Good catch.
They broke the tackle. It looked like Scorians there almost went for the ball, or if he would have went for the ball instead of going for the tackle early, he might have been able to get a pick on that one.
Yeah, Kevin Medley on a nice route there on the slant. Nice pass from Lawson. Bring up 2nd and 3. Flag on a play. I don't know if it's encroachment or it's false start against the Tigers. They can't catch a break today because that 5-yard penalty, instead of a 2nd and 2, now you're looking at 2nd and 7. Last thing you want to do if you're the Tigers here is go 3 and out and give the Blue Devils the ball and another chance to score before halftime.
Oh, exactly.
Offset eye behind Lawson, flanker right and left, top sweep near side. Nice fill by Jacob Schmidt. Hamill finishes them off along with Loki.
Be interesting to see if Richmond uses any of their timeouts here, or just is content with letting the clock run out.
Probably depends on what happens on this play. And if you're Armada, you take your time because the play clock delay a game whistle just went off, so they could run this down almost to under a minute. Not quite. Offset eye behind Lawson. Toss sweep.
Reverse.
Could be a double reverse. Nice block there by number 5.
Oh, good job. Florian stayed home on that one.
Yeah, Grant's not fooled. Here's your timeout. Now, Armada might have made a mistake there because they could have snapped that ball with like 102. There's 108 now. A couple seconds difference there giving the Blue Devils the ball back.
Right after you mentioned this was big for Armada not to give the ball back. Their next two plays both went backwards. A quick timeout by Richmond, and now here they're going to get the ball back with about 1 minute and 8 seconds.
The number 5, Kevin Medley, had a nice block in there because Jacob Schmidt almost blew up that reverse. And number 5, Medley, came back into the play to make a nice block. Like you said, Grant staying home made a nice play. Key stat for the game tonight is Armada Tigers are 0 for 4 on third down conversions. So that's 4 possessions that they've had to give the ball away. And the Blue Devils are 2 of 5 on third down. And of that 2 or 5, if you think about it, when it did go to fourth down, they went for it and scored a touchdown.
Right.
So 2 of 5 is almost 3 of 4 with going for it and making for it fourth down. So those difference of 3 possessions right there is why we have a 21-0 game right now. Stats provided tonight by Jason Robbins, our producer. We're going to challenge him to give us an out-of-whack stat for the second half. The Tigers punt high end over end, lands at the 50. That's a nice punt. Zalowski fields it on the bounce. Doing a little shake and bake. Flag coming in. Taken down by a host of Tigers. Coach Schmidt next door, Buzz there said a host. He must have heard us in here. Let's see what this flag is. Illegal blocking the back against the Blue Devils. See what the Blue Devils do here. I don't know if they're going to film it today at halftime or not, but at halftime you can start to see the cheerleaders getting ready. They have some floating lanterns, and I'd like to give a moment of respect for Mrs. Gwen Aronson. Miss Gwen Aronson was an art teacher in the Richmond Community School District, lost her battle to cancer last year. She had cirrhosis, liver cancer, and they're going to do a floating lantern ceremony in honor of her. Barrett's pass out to Skatska. Skatska just keeps those legs churning. No gain on the play.
There's the timeout.
Blue Devils call timeout.
No, I guess they didn't want the timeout.
Yeah, they didn't want it. So, again, the cheerleaders, you can see them getting ready there, doing the floating lanterns, and they're going to release them at halftime to honor Gwen Aronson, a beloved art teacher. Nice end over end pass to Zalowski. He catches it. He has one man to beat. He beat him. He gets down all the way to about the 12-yard line.
They're going to have to hurry up or call the timeout right now.
Nice pass and catch. See what they do here with 18 seconds to go. He's probably telling them to hurry up and spike it. See Barrett running up there. They want to hurry up and get set and spike it. Barrett's in the shotgun, though. They might be running a play. It could be a fade pass. They do have a timeout.
Ball's not set yet, so there it is.
There it is.
Clock never started. There it goes.
That should have been procedure against the Blue Devils.
No, out of the end zone.
Out of the end zone. Nice pass and catch. Nice catch by Moss. Moss didn't get his foot down, though, says the referee.
He was right on it.
Blue Devils got lucky there because the officials were confused. They didn't wind that clock, and Moss took off early. Should have been a procedure penalty against the Blue Devils. Officials a little sloppy here in this last waning seconds in the Blue Devils' favor. You can call me a homer, but I call like I see it. Not being a homer, we got the benefit on those. Twins near side. Barrett fakes to Skatska, tosses it to him. Nice block
nice
by
block.
McCauley. You're not going to stop him.
Oh, my.
Nice block by McCauley. Nick set that up.
Wow.
Nice swing pass. And what great vision of Skatska with 2.8 seconds to go. He cut that back up, and he saw that. Yeah, I mean, we had a perfect angle on that. He saw that opening, and he hit that hole and hit that opening full speed. There was two guys there, and you're not going to stop him.
No, they weren't really in position to bring him down. It was going to have to be an arm tackle, open field arm tackle, and we've seen tonight that's not going to happen.
Kuntze's extra point is up, and it is good. Given the score, Blue Devils 28, Armada Tigers 0.
Well, it looked like Richmond might be content going into halftime with a 21-0 lead. They didn't call the timeout with about 44 seconds left. Barrett to Zalaski deep really changed their thinking, I believe, and they got in, and now this one's almost out of hand.
Yeah, if I used this cliche earlier, but if you're an Armada Tiger, you go into halftime, it's gut tech time just for pride. You're down 28-0, you're getting dominated. You've had a couple nice drives, but you're getting beat on both sides of the ball. You're getting beat up front. You're getting beat in special teams. You're getting beat statistically. Haven't been any turnovers, so that there we're even.
Right.
But if you're the Tigers, you go in, you regroup, and they get the ball starting the second half. And they need and want nothing more than a drive to put points up.
Yeah, that's what they're going to be shooting for now, is they want to put some points on the board against this Richmond defense.
And they need to run time and shorten this game, because another score and you got a running clock, a couple more scores, it's a runaway. So it's gut tech time for them after halftime. Evans' kick, high end over end, at about the 10-yard line. Hamill takes him down. There's a flag. There's a flag on the play. It looks like it's going to be unsportsmanlike conduct against the Blue Devils. So I think that might give them one more play. You can't end a half on a penalty, a defensive penalty, and once they received the ball, they were the offense. Now, in college right now, they could march this off and be a free kick opportunity, and you can, without a rush, you can kick a field goal. I've seen it happen, at the end of a half, 60, 70, 80-yard field goal attempts in this situation, because you can't rush. If they wanted to do a free kick, but there are not too many high school kickers who can
Right.
kick that far.
Isn't it a dead ball, though, after play expired? Yeah, it's halftime. It's after play expired, so it'll be on the opening kick.
I think they're making a mistake here, because the play cannot end on a defensive penalty.
Yeah, but the play was already over.
No, the play's not over till the whistle. That
whistle-
play was still in play.
No, the whistle had gone, and this was after extracurricular,
They'll be in.
about midfield. So I think it was after the whistle, dead ball, personal foul.
So march it off on
So
the
they'll
kickoff.
march it off on the kickoff, start the second half.
Okay. Blue Devils 28, Tigers nothing. Keith Bartels, Ken Clark, Jason Robbins, Matt Bauman, and Michael Wood on camera. We'll be back.
Special rivals against cancer halftime performance. Taking the field is the 2014-2015 Richmond High School Marching Band under the direction of John Reinhardt and led by senior drum majors Brianna Jutilla and sophomore field commander Rachel Rigoli. Seniors in the band this year: Megan McDermott, Rachel McLeod, Mark LeGroyd, Brandon Potts, Jacob Mathis, Alyssa Turner, Joe Kuzmano, Joel Schmansky, Bo Brockett, and Brianna Jutilla. Drum major, is your band ready? You may take the field for tonight's halftime performance. Tonight's halftime performance features music from Detroit's own Motown. Born in Saginaw and soon moving to Detroit, child prodigy Stevie Wonder found his musical talents at the early age. Blind from just after birth, his genius for creating music was unparalleled, and he found great success with the Motown sound. Move to Stevie Wonder's 1972 hit, Superstition. Jackson 5 are an American popular music family group from Gary, Indiana, formed in 1964 before signing with Motown in 1969. I'll Be There was the Jackson 5's fourth number one off their third album released in 1970. Enjoy our version of this most successful single release by Motown Records, I'll Be There, featuring trumpet soloist Megan McDermott. Through the Grapevine was recorded by many artists before it was finally picked up by Motown Records in 1968. Recorded by Marvin Gaye, it went to the top of the Billboard Pop Singles chart for 7 weeks. Here is I Heard It Through the Grapevine. Our final Motown selection is another by the Jackson 5. Off their first album released by Motown Records, I Want You Back continues to provide a window to the world of the homegrown Motown sound. Let's hear it for the Richmond High School Marching Band.
got nothing. I still got nothing.
Should have something now.
Barely. Okay.
To start the second half, Richmond will kick off to Armada.
Way too loud.
With the ball spotted at the Richmond 25 for the kickoff because of the penalty was assessed on the opening kickoff of the second half.
Not really.
The penalty was a personal foul against Richmond. So Ben Evans tees up at the 25, kicking to Armada.
Okay, so the Blue Devils start the second half here. Evans, after a penalty to end the first half, end over and kick. Bounce at about the 25-yard line, but out of bounds.
Evans' kick goes out of bounds. Flag on the play.
So I would, if I was them, I'd march them back. I'd march them back and have them kick again. Or they take it on the 40. See what they do here.
That'll be interesting.
So after that 5-yard penalty, they bring it up about the 50-yard line.
First and 10 Armada with the ball spotted right on the 50.
Be the first time only the second time they've got past midfield today.
Yep, their opening drive, they had a real nice drive, and they were stopped after 4th and 2. Inside trap, nice opening play to start the second half. Gain of about 5 yards on the play, bring out 2nd and 5.
Did you do anything with that penalty?
Yeah, it was off the kickoff.
Okay. 68, Brady LaFleur, number 86. Kyle Logie.
Keith Bartels, Ken Blarge, Jason Robbins, Cameron, Matt Ballman, Michael Wood bringing you Richmond Varsity football. Rivals
in Richmond territory
versus Cancer. Blue Devils, Tigers. Tigers leading as we start the second half, 28-0. Lawson under center. Hand off, nice cutback. Blue Devils all over it, closed fast. Gain of maybe 1 on the play.
Tailback Michael Haller, number 14, takes the handoff, met in the middle by Nick McCauley, number 78.
So that'll bring up 3rd down.
Gain of 1 on the play, 3rd and 4.
3rd and 4.
This is the last thing Armada wants.
Well, they're probably in 4-down territory here. Keep the clock going, keep the possession, keep Richmond's offense off the field. Toss sweep near side. Nice hard running. Blue Devils able to stop Palin.
Great job by Richmond's defense swarming to the ball. You didn't see just 1 or 2 Blue Devils there. You saw about 9 of them before the whistle had gone.
4th and 2. Last time they were 4th and short. They ran a quarterback sneak and he got it in the first half. Second time they were stopped. See if they run that same quarterback sneak here.
Well, that was a little shorter too, though. I think, Keith, it'd be interesting to see here. Probably try and get it to the back on this play.
Allen under center. Twins near side and far side. Good for the first down for the Tigers. Got it by about a yard.
Number 14, Michael Haller with the ball, gets it inside the 40, which would be enough for an Armada first down before he's brought down by Jacob Mathis.
With the wet, cold conditions this evening, with it being sloppy and muddy, Jason Robbins came up with our out-of-whack stat. Tonight's out-of-whack stat is this game has been turnover-free, yet the Blue Devils are up 28-0 without a turnover. So the only stat that Armada is equal with us tonight is no turnovers on either side. That makes it our out-of-whack stat. Haller, gain of about 3 on the play, bring up 3rd or 2nd and 7. What do you think of that out-of-whack stat there?
I see your logic. I see your logic. And usually if you do see a score as lopsided as this, 28-0, you're going to think the defense has a takeaway, if not 2. But really, Richmond's defense just done their job. Just forced Armada to punt. They had the one sustained drive early in the first half, their very first drive of the game, and that's really been all Armada's had on this drive. it's eaten up about 3 or 4 minutes, but they've only gone about 12 yards.
Lawson boots right, gain.
There's another late hit.
It's going to be a late hit against the Blue Devils. It was a cheap shot in the back after the play. That's going to give them another 15 yards after a nice place. Lawson.
We have first and goal, I believe, won't it?
Yeah, it'll be inside the 10.
I mean, this is really what you don't want to see if you're coach. You know, if you're Coach Coker, Coach Bishop, this is not what you want to see. The game, I don't want to say it's out of hand yet, but you've certainly got things going your way. Rivalry game, you know things are going to be said. Everybody knows everybody. This is where Richmond has to show the poise, has to show the fact that they have bigger goals ahead of them for the year, and not, I don't want to say lower themselves, but they want to make sure they keep their emotions in check.
So after half the distance, Lawson rolls, looks back. Oh, almost picked off. Could have been picked off. Sam Devano. That was almost a pickoff, then it was almost a deflection to a touchdown. Blue Devil, Coach Bishop, co-head coach with Coach Coker, the offensive coordinator here, wants his defense to stiffen. He wants to retain the shutout.
Well, they take great pride in that. They don't like having teams put points up on the board on them.
Battle for the Little Brown Jug since 1971. Series dominated by your Blue Devils. Lawson, play action fake, rolls right. Good defense.
That was good defense, but that was good
Joey
patience.
Attenbacher.
That was good patience shown again by the quarterback. Lawson there. Again, knew who he wanted to go to, but just spread it out, gave himself time, and gave the receiver enough time to make the separation and complete the pass.
Lawson, the start gain of about 2, brings up 3rd and 8. See what the Blue Devils defense has called here. Front 4 led by Henosin there, trying to pump up his team. Yeah, offset eye, far side, Twins far side. Lawson, that's a lateral. Nice fill there by Poppy. Missed the tackle though.
Well, here's that bend but don't break again. So they've allowed Armada all the way down to about the 8. Now you've got a fourth and 8. Excuse me, fourth and about 9. And it'll be interesting to see what happens.
We're going to make them earn it. 4th and 6 on the 10-yard line of the Blue Devils, knocking on the door. Second time they've been down here. First time in the red zone. Lawson, inside fake. Pass.
Oh!
Incomplete.
Oh, but they're going to call. Oh, no.
You know, he's going to call
hit to the head or something. Yeah.
I don't know.
But I disagree with that. He was slipping. He was down. No. That's just an incomplete pass.
Or are they going to call interference? What's the call going to be? That was a good defensive play.
The ball, I thought the ball was tipped even. And then he hit him.
Let's see what they call. Waiting for Clark. Dead ball, personal foul.
That's not right.
Leading with his head. That's what he's calling.
Defenseless hit looks like.
As the it's bring up an automatic first down. I don't know. I don't get this here because you got the Blue Devils. It wouldn't be the Blue Devils' ball. A defensive a penalty, whether it's dead ball or not. It's
right.
It was 4th down.
It's an automatic first down. What the?
I'm not
It's
sure.
got to
It
be.
was called against the Blue Devils, but it should have been a first down. He's asking for it right now.
What's the explanation?
Maybe he's saying the change of possession and it was after the play.
After the play was over, so Richmond takes over on down.
I don't think that's right.
But
If they're calling the hit to the head or leading with the head, obviously the defender couldn't have caught the ball.
But see, that's where I disagree too with that play at the end of the first half, and we'll have to check it out. But a play cannot end on a defensive penalty, whether it's after the play or not. And just right there, obviously that hit was after the play. But how many times do you see a defensive receiver get hit and they still give you the first down? Well,
hey, we'll take it, I guess, but
we'll take it. We don't know what the holdup is here.
I think they're still trying to explain it to the.
And there's the whistle to start play with 6:43 to go. Blue Devils take over after a controversial call.
Well, now we've really got to watch out for this one getting chippy.
Yes, you do. Austin Thomas takes that ball up the middle. Gain of about 4 yards, bring up 2nd and 6. You know, he explained it to that coach, and the Armada coach, and he wasn't real happy about it, but he didn't raise a big stink about it, so I got to tip my hat to him for being classy there. But I don't get that call.
Not at all.
But we'll definitely check it out and get back to you. We'll have to call Mike Pereira at our studio in New York and see if we can't get that answer by the end of the game.
Yeah, we'll go to the truck on that one.
So that's going to bring up 3rd down here for the Blue Devils. 3rd and about 3 with 5:46 to go in the 3rd. The Blue Devils 1 touchdown away from having a running clock. Touchdown and an extra point. See what they dial up here. Barrett with Thomas and Ramsdell behind a play action pass.
Oh, he's got him.
Underthrown.
Picked off.
Interception.
They actually had the receiver out on the side wide open, and he tried to thread it into Schmidt.
Holler. He was, I think he was there. It was just a little underthrown.
Yeah, I think if Barrett could have that one back, he'd have went to the receiver, one on the out on the side.
So Armada gets it after the turnover. That turnover is as good as a punt. Well, not quite, but it was going to be 4th down. Twins far side. Lawson on that slant pass. Ball's incomplete. Blue Devils in control. Armada surviving. Let's see, bring up 2nd and 10 after that incomplete pass. Oh, they had it. Hamill in on the delayed linebacker blitz. Makes Lawson get rid of it early. Ball falls incomplete. Bring up 3rd and 10. So far, the Tigers and Blue Devils have both had 5 drives each. It's equal because of no turnovers. Armada had 11 plays on that first drive.
Well, I mentioned they'd had the ball for about 5 minutes and only gone about 12 yards.
Yeah, they in that first quarter they drove the length of the field and couldn't score. Blue Devils had 7 and a touchdown to start off 7-0. Lawson center screen incomplete. He had it set up. Had a wall of blockers.
Oh, wall of blockers. There was nobody between him and 20 yards.
Yeah, that would have been a nice big play, but he didn't catch it. Bring up 4th and 10. On the second drive, Armada was 4 plays and out. And then Richmond had 9 plays and a TD, making it 14-0. Third drive, Armada had it 6 plays. Blue Devils had 5, led to a touchdown. 4th both Armada and Richmond, neither scored. And in the last drive, Armada had it for 10 plays to start this second half, drove the length of the field, didn't score. Blue Devils had it for 4. So with 4:59 to go, 4th and 10. Lawson, same play. He's got a wall of blockers. He's going to sneak out of there for a touchdown. Had it again. Touchdown.
It wasn't broke the first time. That's where you've got to realize, hey, wait a minute, I'm getting to this quarterback a little too easy.
Well, especially after twice in a row.
Exactly. Drop back and not have that happen. Easier said than done. That's a definite moral victory for Armada.
Yes, it is. Well, now it's going to take 2 scores for a running clock, so you're in the game as far as that's concerned. You made it a 3 possession game. The extra point is up and it is good. So with 4:47 to go in the third, Armada not going away. Answer their second drive of the half. First drive of the half, they brought the ball all the way down here, stalled out.
It's almost like that was the conclusion of that first drive.
Right.
You know, I mean, it really should have been their ball, first and goal on about the 4 or 5. And whatever the explanation was, I mean, obviously, we'll err with the refs on that one. But, you know, they got the ball back and did what they're supposed to do. They put the ball in the end zone.
So if you're the Blue Devils, with 4:47 to go, up 3 touchdowns, 28-7, you want to go back to the basics here.
Oh, absolutely.
Try to get decent field position, run the ball, drive down, eat up most of this clock, go up 35-7 in the 4th quarter, put this game away, get some time off the clock, and escape a rivalry game without any injuries. And look forward to playing next week against the Muskrats and then K-Pac, and then finish up the year here against Lutheran North. Homecoming, last game of the year. I believe that's the 24th.
24th of October.
And if all goes well and they end up 8-1, the Blue Devils should be hosting a playoff game here, probably on the night of Halloween. So 4:47 to go.
Michael Haller will give the ball at the 40-yard line.
Haller to kick.
For Richmond, Brett Zalaski and Stephen Fenwick, number 2.
Fenwick, Zalaski back. Haas in front of them. Tigers sticking around. High end over end kick. Fenwick's going to grab it about the 10-yard line. There's a penalty. I'm not sure what it is. Been quite a few unsportsmanlike penalties here. Not sure what this one is.
Sideline judge having a few words with the Richmond sideline.
Not sure who he's talking to there, but 79.
It's a hold.
There's a holding. And here's the problem with that is that holding was right here at about the 44-yard line, and the run back was to about the 30. So that was 14 yards in front of the play, which didn't have much effect in the play, but yet it pushes you back 10 yards. So a few costly penalties here against the Blue Devils.
Ball spotted just inside the 15-yard line.
Barrett under center with Thomas behind him. And Gramzo gives it to Thomas off tackle. Gain of about 3 yards. Blue Devils aren't careful here. They're a touchdown away from momentum switching.
Yeah, like you mentioned earlier, they just got to get back to the basics. You look at that first drive early in the game. Let's just get the ball in the hands of Skatska, let them do some work and do some running and eat that clock up.
Inside trap to Gramzo. Didn't fool anybody. Gain of maybe a yard on the play. Bring up 3rd and 5. Thomas. Rivals versus Cancer. Armada Tigers, Richmond Blue Devils.
Should give a thank you to Coach Kelly Mathis and her cheerleading squad for getting those shirts out. Nice to see them around campus today in all three buildings of Lee Elementary and the high school and the middle school, all staff and students sporting those shirts.
Barrett's pass, a bullet to Zalowski. Gain of about 20 yards, good for a Blue Devil first down. They said move the chains. That's an important first down right there for the Blue Devils.
That was big. You mentioned it could have been a big momentum boost. Armada gets the ball right back.
It's 3rd and 5. You have to punt there with 3:21 to go, and they drive down again with a little bit of momentum. All of a sudden, you have a ball game. Twins near side, offset eye behind Barrett. He's rolling this way under a little bit of pressure. Pass is complete. Kevin Baumgart.
That was just a nice throw by Barrett.
I think there was a hold there that on the right side of that Blue Devil line. Blue Devils got away with one there. They'll take it. Dennis Clark, the head official there, he thought about it and then he didn't pull it. So another big first down for the Blue Devils. Nice pass by Barrett. Play action pass, he's rolling left. Nice pass in there. Incomplete. Falls incomplete. Bring up 2nd and 10. If anything else, the Blue Devils have gotten the ball out of their territory and have put that Tiger defense or offense on the bench a little bit, let them cool down. They've had a couple nice drives this game, only one ending in points. Twins far side, single back behind Barrett. Quick looking pass, nice finesse pass, falls incomplete. Right idea. He bullets that in there, and it's going to be a interception.
Right, a little fake handoff, a little start and stop and go, I should say, for Schmidt.
He was bumped off his route a little bit there, which upset the timing as far as a bullet goes. And Barrett was able to see that, and if he would have rifled it in there like normal, like the play's supposed to be, that could have been a pick. And, good heads up play, and he tried to float it in there and didn't connect, but nice play. Bring up 3rd and 10. Barrett with the draw to Thomas. Armada, after giving up a couple big pass plays here, have stiffened. Nice tackle in there by the Tigers. It's going to bring out 4th and long. 4th and about 7 or 8. Blue Devils to punt. Looks like Evans to punt. 2 Tigers back. They get a nice return here and get a little bit of momentum. Short kick, rolls out of bounds.
Oh, to the 20, 22, 23.
It's going to be at about right on the 25-yard line with 2:02 to go in 3rd. Uneventful 3rd quarter.
It's been a weird 3rd quarter. I know it's not the best adjective I could come up with, but it's just, you go back to that penalty and the momentum that's kind of shifted, and Richmond looking out of whack and getting away from what they were doing earlier. And it's goofy.
Boston under center. Inside handoff to start.
No real spark from either team in a game where you think you'd see lots with the rivalry.
No gain on the play. Now that I would say that the Blue Devils dominated the first two quarters. I think I would give the edge in this third quarter to the Tigers. They had two nice drives, one ending in points, one stalling after a penalty that we thought should have given a first down, but pick off later. So the turnover adding to their 7 points. Inside handoff after the sweep fake. Gain of about 5 yards, bring it 3rd and 5 for the Tigers. Tigers want to stay in this game and keep the momentum going as we're winding down in the third. A lot of time to go, just under a minute, all of 12 of the fourth. You got to hand it to the Tigers. They came out after halftime and we said they need to regroup at halftime and fight for Tiger pride. They definitely have, winning that quarter 7-0. Lawson back to pass. Blue Devil defense quick. No gain on the play.
Be interesting to see if Armada goes back to that screen.
Yeah, they're going to punt here. That'll probably be the end of the third quarter. No sense running another play here. But no sense getting in a hurry and doing something foolish and making a mistake. But Blue Devil defense on that last play, that banana run, quick pass to their halfback coming out of the backfield. They Blue Devil defense closed fast. In that quarter, or for the game, through 3 quarters, Armada is 0 for 9 on 3rd down. That's tough to overcome.
That's tough, exactly.
And the Blue Devils are 3 for 6 on 3rd down.
If you can't convert on those 3rd downs, you're not helping yourself at all.
No, 0 for 9. That could explain a little bit why they're down 28-7. 2 nice drives. They went for it on 4th down.
Both times, didn't they?
Yeah, one was the penalty, but turnover on downs because it was after the play. And then the other time was the screen twice. On 3rd down, had it, dropped it. The second one, Stark was able to catch it, sneak out of the pile, and scoop for a 35-yard touchdown pass.
This is going to be, if the 3rd quarter was about pride for Armada, this 4th quarter is going to be about making a statement for Richmond. If they want to show that they are one of the dominant teams in the Blue Water area. Yeah, they need to.
It's a fake.
Oh, they picked it off.
Picked off by 75.
Oh, he's going to go. He's going to go.
It was a fake punt.
Jacob Mathis.
Jacob Mathis picked it off. He's the center, starting center. He picks it off and rumbles about 28, 29 yards. That's Coach Mathis' son. That's awesome to see.
They need a football.
They need our football for
the extra point.
I like the play call there by Armada, to be honest with you, because they have nothing to lose. They're down 28-7, and they need a spark, and they played well in that 3rd quarter, winning 7-0. But now they're down 7-0 in this quarter. Pending extra point for the game, they're down 35-7. Jacob Mathis tipped it, stayed with it, caught it, followed his blockers nicely. He's not used to being a running back. Kutze's kick is good. It's 35-7. So Jacob Mathis scores a touchdown.
And it was great to see not only the bench, but the student section, everybody going crazy. It's not often you see a lineman bumbling, rumbling, stumbling down the field for a touchdown.
And what was really really nice about that I liked is Coach Kelly. She's emotional on the sidelines. Everybody's going up to her and hugging her. The cheerleaders loved it. The cheerleaders have a very special relationship with Coach Kelly. And the crowd started chanting Jacob Mathis. And, he's one of those kids, as a senior this year, he's in the band, doing a great job in the band, very musical. He's on the robotics team. And didn't play a lot last year, paid his dues, but he's coming back on a soon-to-be 5-1 football team that could make a nice run in the playoffs. Starting center, Rivals versus Cancer, started by his mom here in Richmond.
And puts up 6.
And he puts up 6 on a touchdown return.
We'll have to get her Jason's phone number, because she's definitely going to want a copy of this one.
She's going to want this DVD for all her relatives and all his aunts and uncles. So, Blue Devils 35, Tigers 7 after Mathis's pick 6 on Armada's attempt of a fake punt. Armada gets it at about the 5-yard line. Is wrapped up by Hamill. Dropped immediately. Keith Bartels, Ken Blarge, Jason Robbins bringing you Richmond varsity football rivalry against the Tigers of Armada. On camera, Matt Bauman and Michael Wood.
We mentioned that third quarter was a little strange. How about starting the fourth that way? Now Richmond's got all this momentum back.
Yeah,
and then the big hit on the kick.
Yep, see how Armada responds. Single back, twins left and right. Lawson back to pass. It was a wheel route. He's running out of bounds. Loss on the play.
Kavanaugh.
Good pressure.
Chasing him out there.
Good pressure by the Blue Devils. Give Jason a call, 586-727-7571, extension 103 for all of Richmond events. And like we said, excellent keepsakes, memories, graduation parties. Give us a shout. We are also on air, Channel 12, Tuesday at 8 a.m. I'm sorry, Tuesday at 8 p.m. Friday at 5 p.m. and 9 p.m. Saturday at 5 p.m. and Sunday at 7 p.m. Check us out on our YouTube channel, Richmond TV, for all events, and then give Jason a call. Design quarterback delayed draw. Didn't fool anybody. Brings up 3rd and 15. Bring up 3rd and 15 with 11:08 and counting. See Graham and Colton got a football down there.
It's like Christmas morning.
Yes, it is. Only if it was that easy. Oh, Lawson was able to escape that pressure. 86, Kyle Logie was able to get outside of him, throw it away. No gain on the play. That'll bring up 4th and 15. From their own 14-yard line. I don't see them going for it here or faking it.
No.
Not with 10 and 46 to go.
Deep.
It was a 2-minute situation, maybe. Got a nice stiff breeze behind them. High, nice punt, kick. Hits about the 50-yard line, takes a Blue Devil bounce back to about the 42-yard line. Number 80, Keith Sheridan, was able to stop the ball from rolling back any further.
Got another new quarterback in. I think Ian Moore is going to be under center.
Yeah, Ian Moore. think Ian Moore, isn't he one of your golfers, Coach?
Yeah, he a transfer came over to us last year from Anchor Bay. Unfortunately, couldn't play with us on the golf team with the transfer rules, and then had an injury. Took the rest of the spring off, but we're looking forward to him joining the team this year with bringing back our state finalist and our sophomore Noah Kozel. So it'll be a nice addition.
Ian Moore's pass knocked down by the Tigers. Those Tiger jersey numbers under these lights and in the under the lights and in the dark here in the shadows.
And they're not the biggest. They're really not the biggest.
And they're hard to read.
They really are.
That orange with not a big dark outline and that white kind of just all blends together. So after that deflected pass, bring up 2nd and 10, more under center. With Austin Thomas behind them. Fumble on the play. Recovered by Armada.
Never got the ball in the pocket of Thomas. Never really had control of it there, and there's the first turnover.
Number 33 got it. Chad Cessny. Blue Devils' 2nd turnover. Had an interception in the 3rd quarter leading to a Tiger score. And now this fumble, we'll see if the Tigers can take advantage. New quarterback.
Oh, that slip really hurt him. You saw him slip, lose his footing, and then that number 7, Seago.
Benjamin Seago. Sacked for about a 9-yard loss. Bring up 2nd and 9, or 2nd and 19. Seago bringing his team up. Flanker right and left. That was motion. They didn't call it. Just 24 on this side was not set. The whistle's blown. Complete.
Sheridan there.
Gain of about 15 on the play. We'll bring up 3rd and 6. And that flanker was coming over. That flanker wasn't set. He was pointing to the official trying to get set. See where Armada has dialed up here with 8 minutes to go. You would think you're in 4-down territory. Seago back. Calling it a catch to 80, short of a 1st down. Bring up 4th and a short 2. Sheridan with the catch.
This will be the spot you want to see that QB sneak again, probably.
Yeah, right on the 50 there. See if Bishop probably calls a pinch here. And the middle's wide open. He's going to have it by about a half a yard. They were in a, Blue Devils looked like they were in a 4-man front there with nobody over the center. That's too easy. 1st down.
Right. Just the old tap play. They probably don't even have a signal. Just walk up, tap them, fall forward.
Seago has the eye set behind him. Flanker right and left. Drops back 5 steps. Nice tight spiral. Nice catch. Nice catch and nice throw there. Seago 88. Grabowski Nice defense there. He got hit right away, but he held on.
He did a nice job really wrapping up the ball, put 2 hands on it, took the hit, and allowed the Tigers to move the chains.
See what, back to that bend but don't break defense here for the Blue Devils. Up 35-7 in Rivals versus Cancer. A little confusion here. Timeout, Armada. Getting into the wrong setup there. While we have a break, let's announce our usually state-ranked cheerleading program. Head coach Kelly Math, as we talked about a little bit earlier. Alexis Anthony, Casey Blish, Heather Burgess, Angel Deal, Lauren Duche, Emily Fitzsimons, Angel Gonzalez, Jessica Hatcher, Abigail Giroux, Ariana Klein, Elizabeth Matrazak, Sarah Ann Marshall, Kenzie McCloskey, Kaylee Melee, Carrie Olson, Lauren Riggs, Haley Sikowski, Megan Showers, Kaylee Taylor, Autumn Turpening, Megan Weller, and Morgan Williams. Very good young squad. Placed 3rd last year and weren't even the district champions. And to place 3rd, that's pretty impressive for such a young squad she had last year.
You got to thank Kelly's assistants, the Fenwick, doing a great job having former athletes back on your staff now, helping always keeps the program rolling.
Yep. Yeah, the 2 Fenwick girls do a very nice job. They coach the middle school. So we have 2nd and 10 after that incomplete pass.
And the confusion for the timeout here.
Yep. Seago. 5 steps up. Oh, that's a fumble on a play.
Oh, welcome to Varsity, Mr. Seago.
Brandon Myers on a corner blitz.
He did not even see him coming.
Untouched. Logie with the fumble recovery. Blue Devils take over. Nice hit. Quarterback didn't see it coming. It wasn't his blind side, but still didn't see him coming. It was quick. Brandon Myers was on him before he knew what he could do. 7:05 to go. Blue Devils take over on their own 39-yard line.
Moore back at quarterback.
Austin Thomas behind him. Schmidt comes motion near sides for the crackback. He's going to throw a flag on that cross crackback.
Actually, I think that's Baumgarten. I think Schmidt's on the sidelines.
Probably didn't get his head in front. That crackback's legal as long as you get your head in front. You get your head on the back side, and it's an illegal block. And they do that to protect the blind side corner there. Back when I coached 15 years ago, that corner, that end, whoever you were crackback blocking on, and the rules weren't as strict as they are today. And tell you what, you ran that crackback, you had a tough kid hitting it. That was dangerous. And you're that outside linebacker, that defensive end, and you play a team that runs that play, you better have your head on a swivel, or you're going to get lit up. 6:43 and counting. Moore toss sweep to Fenwick, trying to get the corner, cut back. Gain of a few on the play, gets it to about the 25-yard line. Looks like the Blue Devils are going to move to 5-1 with 3 more games on their schedule. 3 very winnable games with Algonac, K-Pac, who are both struggling. And they would say they're about the same, you know, as Armada as far as talent goes. And then finishing up the year with the Lutheran North team, who's not a bad team, but not as good as they are traditionally, who lost to Yale. And opening game home, we were able to beat Yale.
Brought down by number 7, Benjamin Seago. Ball's being spotted on the 21-yard line.
Blue Devils just methodically working the clock here. Coach Coker working with more.
Loss on the play takes a look. It's going to be
Yeah, a lot of the second string.
Yeah, those backups are very important. You never know when you're going to have an injury, and they make you as good as you are, hitting every day and challenge you in practice. Richmond varsity band doing a nice job tonight, keeping the crowd entertained, and the drum line, and having a nice halftime show.
Motown sound tonight.
inside the 20 to about the 19-yard line.
It's looks out there like it's almost 4th and Miller Cement. How far away it is. 4th and about 25. Evans back.
Oh, just got it away.
Punt's coming near side, takes a Blue Devil bounce. It's going to roll to about the 49-yard line of Armada. It's a good punt. 4:13 to go.
That's a good job by Evans. They almost had that one. Black kept his concentration, got it away, and got the good roll out of it.
Blue Devils 35. Tigers 7. Keith Bartels, Ken Pilarge, Jason Robbins. Tonight on camera with Matt Ballman and Michael Wood. Check us out on Richmond TV's YouTube channel. Channel 12 airtimes Tuesday at 8 p.m., Friday at 5 p.m. and 9 p.m., Saturday at 5 p.m., Sunday at 7 p.m. Seago under center. That center screen again. That's been a successful play for them. Seago to start.
Inside screen from Seago, complete to Greg Studd.
I'd run it again.
Takes it down inside Blue Devil
You know, if it's not broke, don't fix it. They ran it 3 times here in the second half.
Blue Devils.
Every time it's been successful. The last 2 for big gains.
Blue Devils jumped out to a 14-0 lead after 1. Scored another 14 in the second quarter, and led 28-0 at halftime. Armada scored in the third, and Blue Devils scored so far in the fourth off a pick 6 fake punt. The ball is incomplete. Seago running backwards, throwing off his back foot under pressure.
Have we seen him hand it off yet? I don't think so. I think since Seago's been in there, it's been nothing but letting it go. And I realize the score has some effect with that, but he's certainly letting the ball air out.
So, Tigers come up, flanker right and left. Seago rolls. It's under pressure. Pressure caused an early throw. Intended to Grabowski. Ball's incomplete. Brings up 3rd and 10. Friday night. Getting to be a little cold, definitely damp. Seagull under center, fakes, keeps it.
Wrapped up there by Ottenbacher.
Yeah, it was the old fake the off tackle and bootleg quarterback, but that's not going to work when you don't have an off tackle running game. Timeout Armada with 3:11 to go. Down by 28. Blue Devils 35. Tigers 7. And the battle for the little brown drug. These two.
Drawing up his 28-point play here.
We went over it earlier, the rivalry. Statistically dominated by the Blue Devils since November 8th, 1963. They've met 48 times since November 8, 1963, with Richmond winning 31 times, losing 16, and tying one time in the 60s. Seagull, oh, they're going to try a field goal. It would be a 40-yarder. It wasn't high enough. It had the distance, but it wasn't high enough. Didn't get under it enough. Definitely has the leg.
We had the wrong goalpost out there. We put the white ones up. It was a good free kick.
Back in 2000, Richmond went into Armada heavy underdogs. I was the AD at the time, and after having coached in this rivalry and understanding this rivalry, fighting for that little brown jug, we carried it over there. We hadn't given it to them since 1993, and it was the year 2000. And the Blue Devils were, in my opinion, overmatched. That Armada Tiger team was a very talented team. And Armada had 4 turnovers inside the 30-yard line. Statistically, they doubled Richmond's yardage, passing, and running. Richmond had no business being in the game except for those turnovers. With no time on the clock, Richmond had the ball. Ryan Shinska hit Jim Stark, the cousin of the Stark playing here today, but he's playing for Armada. Jimmy played for Richmond. The Blue Devils, it was about a 25-yard touchdown pass with no time on the clock. From Shinska to Stark, the Blue Devils won that game 27-23. Blue Devils were winning. Blue Devils were winning or losing 23-21 with under 10 seconds to go. Shinska scrambles, throws it in the end zone, and Jimmy Stark catches it falling backwards to give the Blue Devils a victory.
Goes to show you, never count them out.
No, it's statistically that was a heck of a game, and one in which the Blue Devils started their dominance of the year 2000 when Coach News was 10-0 against them in that period. From that game on, they were 10-0, and since that 10-0 streak, the Blue Devils have been 3-1.
And I remember the one because I was AD on that last year they lost, and it was right here.
I thought that was Don's first. You and I did it.
Was it?
That was you never lost. Remember when Don Wachowski replaced you for that 1 year? He, during my 10 years,
yes,
you never lost. You took over a couple years, never lost. And Don takes over and we lose. Good hard running in there by Armada.
You mentioned it earlier, heart, and Armada just showed a lot of it here. I know that Coach Bishop and Coach Coker have subbed in the second string, but Armada's still playing hard. They had a big hard hit there to force the fumble. Good hard run there at the end. You know, this is a somewhat young team. A lot of juniors on the roster. You know, they're Armada with the new coaching staff. They're going to put things together.
The program to get going, right? No, I would agree. Coach Coker and Bishop didn't run up the score here today. They get the ball. I'm not sure that wasn't backward. That's why you play to the whistle. But anyways, you know, they called off the dogs and didn't run it up. And 35-7, yeah, it's lopsided, but could have been a lot worse. So you got to hand it to the Blue Devils coaching staff for having class and not running it up. And but in the same breath, you got to hand it to the Tigers. I mean, here it is, less than a minute, or when the Blue Devils had the ball, you know, they're still in there tackling, fighting, jumping on loose balls.
You mentioned that third quarter. I mean, they did it. They came out of the locker room with a lot of heart, a lot of pride, and they won the third quarter. I mean, Mathis's touchdown was the first play of the fourth quarter, so Armada outscored Richmond 7-0 in that third quarter.
Ball's on the ground. Oh, they're calling them down.
Timeout for Armada. They want to put this ball in the end zone.
That's got to be their last one.
It is. They want to put this ball in the end zone.
From the 5 for Armada, timeout, Armada.
So you got 3rd and 5, third goal from the 5. Armada calling timeout. I believe their last timeout. Trying to punch one in to build towards their game next week. Most likely, Armada entering the game at 2-3 will move to 2-4. Blue Devils will move to 5-1, looking to clinch a playoff berth at Elginak next weekend, getting their 6 wins.
We heard both coaches, you know, Coach Bishop and Coach Coker, after last week's tough one to Almont. You know, it's time to refocus. They've got bigger fish to fry this year. They've got some pretty lofty goals this team and coaching staff has set for them, and they're looking forward to that next week. Get that off the way, check that one off the list, know they're getting into the postseason, and then let the chips fall where they may.
Nice play there by the Blue Devils.
They don't have any timeouts left, so they're going to have to hustle.
You can't spike it. It's 4th down.
And he spiked it.
That was 4th down.
4th down.
Yeah. Yeah. Well, yeah, that's a play there where. That's a play there where you come out of a timeout.
You should have had at least 2 plays
called. You have
called.
to have 2 plays called, and they may have.
They may have if they didn't get a first down.
Or yeah, quarterback might have panicked, whatever. But you know, you got to remember they're 16, 17, 18-year-old kids. But you have your 2 plays called. You're going to run that inside, that delayed trap, and you say to your kids, "We don't get it. You got to run back to the ball, and we're going to run our second play. And our second play is going to be a slant." You know, quick fade to the end zone, something.
Right.
And that was bizarre to spike the ball on a. But it wouldn't have mattered as the Blue Devils, as it's 8, 7, 6, 5, counting down. Blue Devils 35, Tigers 7. The little brown jug from the 70s, back when Buzzy Schmidt played quarterback, will stay in Richmond for yet another year, given it to the Blue Devils, making them 7th winners 17 times out of the last 19 games, losing 2 times since 1993. The Blue Devil dominance continues. I'm Keith Bartels, Ken Pilar, Jason Robbins producing, Matt Ballman on camera along with Michael Wood. Check us out on our YouTube channel, Richmond TV. Check out all of our information and shows. Give Jason a call at 586-727-7571, extension 103. Our Channel 12 airtimes, Tuesday at 8 p.m., Friday at 5 p.m. and 9 p.m., Saturday at 5 p.m., Sunday at 7 p.m. It's been a great night for Blue Devils. Rivals versus Cancer. And the Brown Jug stays in Richmond. Mr. Pilars, thank you.
Always a pleasure,
And,
Mr. Bartels.
join us next time, and we will be here for homecoming. Go Blue Devils.